Hey everyone, it's time for another quick update this week. Here's what's coming up. First up, the Alberta Election Guide. Second, Tabitha talks signs up, and an exciting note about the Parliamentary Pro-Life Week. Finally, André comments on the sex ed changes in Ontario that were announced last week. So first up, the election for Alberta has been called for April 16th, and we want to help you be prepared for it. Alberta Manager Ed Hogerdijk has more. Over to you, Ed.
Thanks, Colin. Well, I'm really excited about this week's Alberta Quick Update because we have an Alberta Election Guide ready for our ARPA supporters here in Alberta, ready for you to use. Check it out. It's right there, www.arpacanada.ca. Why the guide? Great question. Well, the guide contains a summary and an explanation of 6 very important policy issues that are close to the hearts of Reformed Christians, close to the hearts of all Christians. So in the guide, you'll find a summary and an explanation of all those important policy issues. You'll find the most recent update on any developments that have happened over the course of the last year or sometimes even few years. And you'll also find a summary of ARPA calls to action. Finally, you'll see the conclusion of each section will have potential questions for candidates that you can ask, for example, at all candidates forums or at their open houses or when they come knocking at your doors. We want you to be engaged, we want you to be informed, and we want you to make candidates earn their votes. Alberta Election Guide. Did I mention? It's up there, www.arpacanada.ca. Check it out.
All right, Tabitha has 2 items for us, both of which you can get involved in. We Need a Law's new campaign called Signs Up that you can take to your hometown, and second, the Parliamentary Pro-Life Week in Ottawa. Over to you, Tabitha.
Hi Colin, I'm here in front of Parliament. I just want to remind our supporters that it's so important that you use your voice to communicate with our government, with Canadians, and on the issue of preborn human rights, there are so many opportunities for you to do that. And I want to talk through 2 specific ones today. The first is something called Parliamentary Pro-Life Week, and that's where you can come here to Parliament and use your voice to talk to MPs about the importance of protecting preborn human rights here in Canada. The meetings will be set up for you. All you have to do is sign up and show up the week in April. The second opportunity is something called Signs Up, and this is an initiative that We Need a Law is doing to have Canadians go across this country during the week of May 6th to 11th to put signs up for the preborn children. They're signs that are designed to educate Canadians on the fact that we have no abortion law and that we need a law. And you can sign up with a group of about 3 to 4 people just for 1 hour a day, just to let all the Canadians in your area know that we need a law. And that you can find more information at weneedalaw.ca/signs up. Thanks.
Finally, last week, the Ontario government made an announcement about changes to the Ontario public school curriculum. Responses have been mixed. André is here to break it down for us.
Thanks, Colin. So many of you, particularly in Ontario, have been engaging on our call to action on curriculum development and redevelopment here in Ontario. And so many of you responded, and we're thankful for that. Just last week, the Ontario Ford government announced changes, big revisions to the Ontario curriculum, including the sex ed curriculum. And there's a couple things that we're happy about. One is they are allowing much more parental involvement in sexual education, including the right of parents to know what's being taught in advance and the right of parents to be able to withdraw their children. Also, we saw some changes in the age appropriateness of the material. So we're seeing some of those concepts that we thought were quite inappropriate for young ages being pushed up to older grades. However, this is not a totally 2 thumbs up kind of change. We're seeing still some problems with what is being taught. Certainly, the way that sexual education is being taught, the way that concepts about gender identity and gender expression is being taught remain very problematic. And so we urge parents to remain committed to being engaged in this process, making sure that they keep in mind that the primary responsibility for education of their children is them. Parents are first educators, and you have to keep that in mind. So please stay engaged, all parents. Thanks so much.
That's all for this week. Thanks again for watching Quick Updates. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.